This bulging, already open ScrawlrBox is totally a legitimate box. I didn't put other stuff in here and pretend. Pfft, what are you talking about? Okay, you caught me. It's time for another no-box art box version of the latest ScrawlrBox while we wait for the real one. Mail seems to finally be coming in at a somewhat regular time frame now, but the August box was sent out a little late, so it's still up in the air when it'll arrive. Hello, and welcome back to Jenna Gets Creative. So yes, it's a no-box art box ScrawlrBox day today. By the way, shout out to Helen, who signed up for ScrawlrBox using my referral link recently. I got an email that you joined using my code, so I wanted to thank you. The August 2020 ScrawlrBox was supposed to have a Staedtler pencil included, so the actual menu card talks that item up, but they let us know in an email that they're having trouble getting that item in stock in time, so they substituted a pencil planned for a future box. Based on the photos on Instagram I've seen, it looks like there's a bonus card talking about the new pencil, which is nice. Anyway, let's run through what No-Box Art Box is and how this video is going to go. If you're not familiar, the No-Box Art Box Challenge is a fun little challenge I introduced to YouTube in 2018. Absolutely everyone is welcome to do it. You don't have to do the same box I'm doing when I post. Do whichever boxes you want, when you want. Step 1. Pick any art or craft subscription box service out there, pick one of their past months that already shipped out, and look up the contents. Step number 2. Match the contents as close as possible using supplies you already own. Exact matches are fine as long as you didn't already get the exact box you're replicating, and that box is the only place you got the item from. Fair game if you have two. If not, pick the best match you can find. Step number 3, make art. Use the items you've matched and only the items you've matched to create your piece, and if the original box had a prompt or theme, try to stick to it. Only add missing essentials such as a paper or pencil. If you choose to share your No-Box Artbox creations online, use the hashtag NoBoxArtbox, all one word, so we can all see it. If you're posting to YouTube, feel free to let me know so I can add it to the master playlist for this challenge. As I do in all Artbox videos, both genuine and replicated, I'm going to run through the box contents first, then talk about my overall impressions and the piece second. I will mention the RRP in Great British Pounds when I run through the items, as that is what would be on the menu card, but I will have converted prices in US dollars and Canadian dollars below. I'll have all the prices in the wild wherever I could find them, and the Amazon listing links in the description, as well as calculations to determine what you would save based on where you subscribe from and how many months you prepay, both based on RRP prices and prices in the wild if you were to build this exact box on your own. All of the Amazon product listings are affiliate codes, and I've pulled them from the .com.ca and .co.uk sites. If you're genuinely interested in supporting me through Amazon affiliate links and you need a different market, let me know so I can get that set up. I've also linked my master Amazon links page for products I've previously linked in these videos if you'd like to check that out. Alright, on with the show. The main item featured in this box, and what I'm assuming would be number 1 on the card, is a trio of acrylic paint tubes from Daler-Rowney. These are the System 3 line, and it looks like they're probably 12mm tubes. They're going for CMYK primaries, which is an interesting choice for acrylics, but actually quite common in watercolor and similar more transparent mediums. The colors are 412 Process Magenta, 651 Lemon Yellow, and 120 Process Cyan. I'm guessing based on other 12mm tubes of paint ScrawlrBox has sent us, including the Daler-Rowney Aquafine Gouache, that they'll be calling these about £3.25 each RRP for a total of £9.75. Again, conversions to US dollars and Canadian dollars are in the description. I was not able to find prices in the wild at this size because it simply doesn't exist as open stock product anywhere, but I can tell you the 10-pack of 22mm tubes works out to a much better deal per tube on Amazon. Jackson's and Acrylics sell these open stock starting at 59ml. I really wanted to use my Derwent acrylics to match this, but I didn't have a single pink other than the pale peachy portrait pink shade. So in order to get the CMYK look, I had to pull out the Apple Barrel Craft acrylics. I know these aren't light-fast archival fine art paints, and I'm using them to replace high permanence heavy body paints. That's what the challenge is all about. Acrylic is not my go-to medium, so I simply don't have the options to match with. I actually considered doing gouache instead, but figured since I have acrylics, I should use acrylics. Next up is the paintbrush, which I've been able to deduce is a Pro Art Series 60 synthetic round brush, and it looks like they've sent a size 7, which is different, Normally we get a 6. I had not yet deciphered the size when I matched, so you may notice I'm using a 6. Shh, it's still a ProArt round. Once again, I have to estimate the price. We got a ProArt Series 31 brush in April's box, and that was £3.75, but this is Series 60. Series 101 looks a whole lot like the pictures I'm seeing, but it's a higher quality bristle, so it's £7.50. I'm estimating the Series 60 brush at £5. And yes, I'm using that Series 31 number 6 round from April. As mentioned, this box was supposed to contain a Staedtler pencil. I'm not too upset that I won't be getting one because I own an 8B to 2H set plus a full dozen more 2H spares because that's my preferred sketching pencil. The replacement pencil that was meant for a later box is the Faber-Castell 9000 series drawing pencil in 2B. I'm excited that'll be coming since I do love the 9000 series and I don't yet have a 2B from that line. Faber-Castell 9000 series pencils list for an RRP of £1.25. Since I didn't already have a 2B pencil from Faber-Castell, my choices were to use a different lead from Faber-Castell or a different brand in 2B. I chose a Tombow Mono pencil in 2B, which I believe came in the December box. I couldn't find it on my old menu cards, but I know it was one I used after the holidays, and my December box is the one that didn't have a card in it. The surface is a 3-pack of artboards, and that's all I can tell. The title for the item on the card is literally just Artboard 3-pack. They're square, and based on the length of the pencil, I'd say they're 7 by 7 inches. No brand listed, can't read the RRP on everyone's tiny little Instagram photos. I'm estimating that the pack costs £3. I'm probably wrong. I do have some artboards, but nothing like this size, so I opted to use a 5x7 primed canvas panel. The box does also include a palette knife card, which is something they've done before. We got one in the July 2019 box that sent the water mixable oils. It's about the size of a credit card and very firm, and we're meant to cut it up into pieces to use in place of palette knives. I didn't. I'll be using the notch end of my Royal Talons travel brush from the November 2019 box. The prompt for the August box is facial topography, which basically means to me that they want us to do a face with very defined depth and shapely features. Clearly, we're meant to mix the primaries to get any color we wish, and I do indeed plan to do that when the real box arrives. When I do this for real, I'll take it more seriously, mix proper colors, and do a human face. This round, since I've got the thin craft acrylics and I don't want to do 2 of the same piece, we're doing a cat's face and we're keeping it very psychedelic. This cat nibbled on some bad catnip and now he's seeing things. If he could talk, I think the only word that would come out of his mouth would be aliens. Anyway, as I mentioned, all the prices and calculations will be down below. The prices in the wild difference won't be super interesting because I couldn't find most of these in the wild in the sizes and counts sent. Hopefully my guesses at what the RRPs are supposed to be are accurate. We'll see when the real box comes, of course, but if you've already received the box, feel free to correct me in the comments down below. I have another ScrawlrBox related video that is not the actual next box planned for Thursday, and then next week will be September's Colors of the Month challenge and the final sketch round of the TSS Character Symbols tournament. If you're looking for more to watch, I've got some suggestions up on the left side of the screen now, or if you'd like to check out my book channel, The Westfell Archives, you can go ahead and click on my face on the right. I do art content here twice a week at minimum, every Tuesday and Thursday, and if you like living life creatively, whatever that means to you, I'd love to have you along for the ride. Bye guys!